Hi, this is Adina Mignona, author of Crazy Foolish Robots, and you're listening to Moments of Grace with Dr. A. Jerome Butler.
This is your host, Dr. Ray Jerome Butler, and welcome to A Moment of Grace. Happy to have you here with us on I know season 2 is behind me, but it's actually season 3 here on Moments of Grace. And I'm so happy to have you here with us. And on today, we have two icons in the music industry. And this is our second episode. Our first episode, we had Miss Pam Vincent. And today we have Joyce Vincent with us. And both of them were Brandy as well as the group Brandy as well as the Vincent Sisters. And also Tony, Orlando, and Dawn, correct, ladies?
That's correct.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we're so happy to have you all here with us. You know, as a soldier, and you know, I have a military family. I'm the fourth generation. My kids are the fifth generation, and I can remember during the Vietnam War, our soldiers are getting, just lambasted with, with some bad things that were said about them, and then there's a song that came out that just really blessed everybody's soul, kind of changed the dynamic of how America's seen their soldiers. And always seen on NBC, ABC, and all those television stations, yellow ribbons around trees. And it just meant so much to us military families. So I just want to thank you all so much. And with that said, you all with Tony, Orlando, and Dawn, and the song was Tired Yellow Ribbon. Was that 77? 76?
That was 73.
73. Yeah. So all of those yellow ribbons, and because of that song, it really helped to change even the dynamic for us military families. So again, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
So with that said, now Pam, we're going to come back to you, but Joyce, would you introduce yourself?
Oh, I'm Joyce Vincent, and I was a member of Tony, Orlando, and Dawn, as well as singing with the former ladies of the Supremes at this time.
Mm-hmm.
We're keeping that music alive.
Amen. Good.
Yes.
Awesome. And Pam, would you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Pam Vincent, vocalist, backup vocalist. I performed with Aretha Franklin. I sang with the group Brandy and sang with Tony, Orlando, and Dawn.
Sang with Pebo Bryson.
Pebo. And, yeah, that's just scratching
the
surface.
Gotcha. Now she was sharing on the other episode, Joyce, that her first album, you were kind of reluctant with asking her to come and sing. This little 14-year-old kid, you were kind of reluctant with asking her to come on this vocal. That when your mom mentioned her, you were still calling others to come.
That's true.
So after that first assignment she had, I'm sure you never looked back, did you?
Oh, never looked back.
Gotcha.
Nope. Pamela, she had the reins and she whipped us into shape.
That's what she said.
I'm like, wait a minute, you're the kid sister here. Why are you whipping on me?
Yeah. That's exactly what she said. So she was. Now that's not your note. This is your note.
There you go.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I know it was fun with both of you sisters, and as sisters, and then also to go into the profession together. That had to be such a beautiful, wonderful experience. How was that for you, Joyce, to be in so many recording sessions, and also to be there with your sister? That had to be a beautiful experience.
It was. It really was. It was really a blessing.
Gotcha.
Of course, at the time, you're not thinking like that, but it was definitely a blessing. We travel together, we work together, we live together, we eat together, we fight together. No, just
No,
kidding.
we never had fights
Oh,
though.
I
We were
know
no
too
it.
fighting.
busy. Well, with our age difference, she had her own friends, I had my own friends. So
Right.
we didn't have to battle. And then to, like I always say, she was the skinny sister. I was a little plumpty bumpty. And so we didn't argue over clothes because I couldn't
No,
wear
Because you
clothes.
couldn't wear.
no,
That was not an issue.
no, no, it was not an issue.
You know, and I had my little girlfriends, and they were, I had a couple little girls. I was trying to do a little singing group, and I was patterning myself off of Joyce's girl group, you know, so.
And they were good too. They were
Wow.
really good.
Wow.
Yeah, so our little, you know, so we were just working together. We didn't have a chance to fight or anything because we were in business together then.
Right.
Okay, hello.
Okay.
Right. So
We
if
didn't have
if
time.
you ain't got no time for all that, all fussing with you and all this,
Thank you.
we trying to take care. We're trying to take care of our business here. So
That's
Exactly.
correct.
and not a lot of people and artists these days understand that. But you guys
That's right.
had that dynamic because this is how we feed our families. This is how we take
Ex-
care of ourselves.
Thank you.
Exactly. Exactly.
And with that said, Joyce, and I ask you this question, Pam, as well. How did it feel to know that you had this wonderful, beautiful gift to share with the world and know that you could actually make a living off of it?
It feels pretty good.
Pretty good.
Because because you know, I'm doing something that I love to do.
Got you.
You know, and I know a lot of people don't
That's
have
right.
that, you
That's
know.
right.
You're stuck in a humdrum job or whatever.
Mhm.
That's not my case at all. So I simply love it because it's like it's my being. I'm like, what else would I do?
Right.
I don't know what else I would do, you know,
Got it.
because I've been singing and making a living at it forever.
Wow.
That's right.
It seems like, you know.
Wow.
So
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
And then to have my sister, who's
that's
also my
beautiful.
best friend, and you
Oh.
know, we hang out and things like that, and you know, it's really a plus.
That's
I
so
think
beautiful.
because Pamela's the bossy one, and I'm
Nah,
like,
really?
okay, all right. Pamela is bossy.
Yeah, but you know what, Dr. Butler, when
Yes,
she
ma'am.
says that, my comment to that is, well, you know it, so
So just do it, right?
Okay.
it's a given. So you know that. Okay.
It- it's kind of something that my daughter's first grade teacher said. And when she said it, just cracked me up. She said, "You get what you get, and don't pitch a fit."
Okay.
Wow.
So true.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm bossy in a good way, and I mean, as far as getting stuff, taking
Oh,
control,
we understand.
and doing things. It's not like I'm just like, oh, you do that, or
Right,
it's not that kind of bossy. But
right.
I just take control.
Right, and I'm sure it's to be more productive, if at all possible,
Definitely.
because you know
Yes,
you ladies have sung with so many iconic singers that, and I understand there's nothing perfect, but there's an excellence about your singing. So you have to have that, don't you, Pam? To make sure that we have the right notes, we have the right timing, you know, the
Yes.
right sound and all of that.
Yes. Yes.
Definitely.
It's very important.
That's a part of it. Yeah.
And we say, you know, a lot of people don't realize that background singing is an art unto itself.
Right.
You know, you
Right.
got to know how to weave and bob in between that lead singer
Blend,
and not
yes.
on top of that lead singer.
And you got to
you
be
know.
able to blend voices together. A lot of
Yeah.
lead singers, you got great lead singers that cannot sing background vocals.
Right.
That's true.
Because they'll get
Yeah.
in there, and then we've experienced working with a lead singer. You don't have to mention her name, Joyce. I know you want to say her name, but don't say her name. But we've experienced being in the studio, and it's like, no, when you're singing, you got to sing. Your voice needs to blend with ours.
Right.
You're not singing lead right now. You're singing background.
That's
we got to blend, and we have to complement what the lead vocal is doing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Not try and step on them and sing loud. You're trying to sing lead in the background, you know.
Mm.
So
Oh no, that'll never work.
So yeah, but it's definitely an art, and everybody cannot do it. But
That's
and-
right. That's true.
And you guys are an extension of another instrument, but it's just vocal, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
you just as well as you have the piano or you know, the sax or whatever else, you know,
Yeah.
accompanying that lead singer, You know,
Right,
you've
right.
made their music better. That's what I was saying in the last episode. I've heard you guys' voices my whole life. You know, without you all, the richness of these songs we've heard from Pebo Bryson and Aretha would not have been possible. So, you know, like I said, it's not anything. Not, I don't believe anything is perfect, but there is
Right,
a
right.
place of excellence. There is a
Right.
place of
Yeah.
excellence. And Joyce, when you guys were early in and you were calling around, trying to find those, you know, those young ladies to sing background, how tough was that for you when, you know, before you got Pam? Was there, you know, was there just a cadre of young ladies that you knew? Because Pam said she struggled at one time to try to find people to come in and sing. So
Oh,
how
yeah.
difficult was that to find other background vocalists?
Well, at that time, it was not real difficult because there
Gotcha.
were a number of girls groups, little
Okay.
units of groups that did all the work in the Detroit area,
Gotcha.
and as I heard Pam say earlier, it was not a rivalry kind of thing. It was kind of, hey, I can't find my girl, or for whatever reason, my third girl couldn't do it, but let me borrow one from this group or
Gotcha.
Right.
whatever. So this particular day, everybody was busy.
Okay.
I couldn't find anybody. I called around and made phone calls and, hey, can you do a session? Well, no, I can't do a session, but maybe so and so can. So I called so and so, can you do a session? No, I'm busy. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So very difficult to find somebody at that time. We've had a freeze up there, Pam. So
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Pam, when she finally relented to have you to come to sing, how did that feel to you?
Gotta find a third girl. No, you don't be pulling kids onto the job. So my mom just insisted, well, take Pam, give her a try. She can
Gotcha.
sing. All right, well, I'll try it, but you better, that's
Not
what I did.
the
Pam
knuckle
said,
sandwich.
Yeah, it was gonna be a knuckle sandwich.
because
Yeah,
I'm
so
like, we can't have you messing up.
yeah,
Right.
and that's
Right.
how I felt too. So that's what it
Gotcha.
was. I'm like, okay, they're
Yeah,
taking me in here. I gotta perform. I gotta be able to do what I'm supposed to do in here.
yeah.
And it came very easily for me because, like I said, we would always be around the house harmonizing, and
Mm.
so I
Yeah,
didn't
and then
have
she
any
heard
doubt
me
that,
singing and
yeah,
rehearsing, and so yeah, she just,
I just fell right into it.
yeah,
Gotcha.
I
yeah,
mean, because I knew once I got a harmony note, whatever note was given to me, I could hold my note. It was never like, you're on my note, that's not your note. We
Right.
never had to do that because I'm like, this is my note, okay, this is where I am, and this is where you are, and this is where you are.
Right.
and
Right.
that's what she started doing then. Okay, this is me. This is where you
That's
are.
where I'm
This is
at. Now you better stay away from my note.
okay. I'm looking at her. How the heck does she know that?
Right. Right. Right.
But it's
That's not
just
the note.
she hears it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I can imagine also she had an opportunity, like she said, to listen to you guys and to sing
Yeah.
with you over the years.
Oh yeah.
She mentioned even when the vacuum cleaner, you guys harmonized with the vacuum cleaner if it was going. So.
Sure did. Any sound we heard, we could find a harmony note to it.
We sure could.
That is a blessing. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take just a small break, and when we come back, I'm going to ask you guys about the hardest artists to work with. So we just want you to just get your minds together on that one.
Okay. Oh my
This
goodness.
this is your host, Dr. A. Jerome Butler, and you listen to Moments of Grace. We'll be right back after these messages. We're talking with Joyce and Pam Vincent of the Vincent Sisters and these iconic ladies. So we'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, this is Bishop Nadini Barber, the Transitional Director for the Grace Project. I'm a part of the Board of Directors, and we have a message for you. Did you know that there are 250,000 families that are homeless in America? And the Grace Project is the solution. We refurbish homes and we build homes for families that are homeless. You can give financial donations and contact us through www.graceproject.info. We are a 501c3, so your donations are tax deductible. Again, you can contact us through www.graceproject.info. We are tax deductible. We are 501c3. Thank you in advance for your donations to the Grace Project.
Wouldn't you like to start your day upbeat and motivated? Dr. Butler has written a wonderful book. It is called A Moments of Grace. It is a devotional for a busy life. You can get your copy at www.drajrbutler.com.
And we're back. I'm so happy to have you back with us. I know you've enjoyed our conversation with Pam and Joyce Vincent. I definitely have. These wonderful, beautiful ladies. These ladies are iconic. And like I said before, the beautiful part is if you are of any age, if you're 60 plus or below 60 like I am, you've heard their voices. You may not have known you were hearing their voices, but you've heard their voices. If you've heard Pebo Bryson, or you've heard the iconic James Brown, or you've heard Aretha Franklin, or some of the other greats out of the Motown sound, and others, you've heard their voices. And so their voices have really been a part of our lives. And so again, ladies, thank you all so much for being back on Moments of Grace with us.
You're welcome.
All right, so now we had the niceties. So now we need to get into it now. So now you ladies have really, and you don't have to share the name if you don't want to. That's fine. I hope you do. But anyway, I know that, like I said before the break, you guys have been just a place of excellence. But we know with the artists that you have dealt with, some of them can be kind of difficult at times, I would imagine. So with that said, Miss Joyce, Miss Pam, who was the reigning champion of being the most, let's say, persnickety. Let's use that word from the 40s. Let's say persnickety.
Good word.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Pam?
I was listening.
Just throwing you in the water,
Yeah,
throwing her in the
right.
deep first.
She's under the bus.
Throw me under the bus. No, and it understandably so, quite understandably so. I just always thought that Stevie Wonder was very, what's the word you use, Dr.
Persnickety.
But he's such a genius.
That's
know,
right.
When you have a genius like that.
He strives for perfection.
Right.
But he's
that the human body cannot give.
Thank you, Joyce.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's such a genius.
Gosh, yes.
Wow.
Such a musical genius. And you know what? A wonderful, really nice guy.
Oh my God, yes.
He is just, he's as nice as he can be. But the one thing with him is, like, we would get that call from our then friend Melody.
Okay.
That we sang with when we did the sessions for Stevie, and she called us and she'd say, okay, Steve wants us in the studio 3 a.m. 3 a.m.
Wow.
So his sessions were always like that, because time is like,
nothing to him. Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Right.
3 a.m. He wants us in the studio. So I'm like, well, can he just pick a time that normal people can go in the studio? Like, give us a 3 p.m. session or something, but 3 a.m.
Right.
But yeah. So the sessions were always in the wee hours, 1 a.m. We're in the studio tonight at midnight. Oh, so you just got to take a nap and just be ready to go in there, and then it's just you'll sing something you'll think is like, wow, that really sounded great, and he's gonna tell you, well, yeah, that was good, but do it again.
Let's do it again.
Yeah. And the one time, Pam, that we sang a part, and he said, that was perfect. Okay, do it again.
Yeah.
He said it was perfect.
It was perfect. Why we do it right?
Yeah. Or then he'll say something like, if he hears a little flat note or something, he'll say, somebody had pancakes for breakfast.
Oh Lord, because it's flat, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
Somebody had pancakes. Yeah, but Stevie was wonderful. He was
wonderful.
Well, he is wonderful.
He is,
wonderful. Yeah, because actually our friend Melody passed away last year, and Stevie and I were
Sorry to hear
the
that.
only ones that sang. We sang at her
Oh, wow.
service,
Okay.
and yeah, so yeah, but Stevie is yeah, he's a tough cookie in the studio, that's for sure. Like,
Gotcha.
oh my goodness, you know, like how much more perfect does it have to be? Steve?
Okay.
So
you sing it 100 times the same way, and you're saying it's still good, but do it again.
with that said, how many? You know, what was a normal session? You know, hour wise, that you would be with him.
Woo.
Oh,
Goodness.
It could be 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Okay, 3 or 4 hours.
Depending on how many songs we had to do.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
It would depend. It
Yeah.
would depend. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, we weren't singing. It wasn't actually on one of his songs. It was something he was producing, and he had us doing the background vocals on. But
Gotcha.
But yeah, he's
perfectionist.
So fun,
Oh
he's a
my gosh,
perfectionist,
yes.
and he makes light of the fact that he can't see. He jokes about it. He's just really lighthearted and just fun.
Gotcha.
Fun to be around, and yeah, he's a really nice guy. So.
And with that said, so we're gonna go on the other side of the question we just asked. What about on stage? Who was the most what was the most I guess you would say entertaining or best time you had on stage with an artist? And it may have been a different experience.
Oh, well, for me, I always said that I had the best ringside seat being on stage with Aretha.
Okay,
I mean,
gotcha.
She's just
Wow.
phenomenal. I mean, she just opened her mouth and wonderfulness would fall out.
Yes.
She was just great. And to actually be there, and she always wanted us to be right there with her.
Gotcha.
We're not way back in the back.
Yeah.
We're like, if she's here, she wants us next to her.
Wow.
Or a step or two behind at best, but we were always right there with her. And she would just so easily. She just pick up that mic and I'd just be amazed every time I was on stage with her, because she was really great.
And a lot of times Pam said she would forget that she's
supposed to be singing.
actually supposed to be singing.
Right.
I know.
She's enjoying the show.
Yeah, it was
You
a
can't
great
do
show.
that when you're on stage and you're part of the show, Pamela.
I'm like, I was just
in awe. Wow.
Because she was just so great and just flawless. Flawless and just effortlessly. She would just be singing. And she was just, Aretha was very soft spoken and she would just be, she'd say what she had to say, and she kind of joke around a little bit sometimes, and but she was just very laid back.
Gotcha.
And just wonderful.
Gotcha.
It was wonderful to work with. It was quite an experience.
Wow.
And I was working with Aretha at that time. I was flying all over the country. I was a young lady flying all over, because I'd fly here for Aretha, and then I'd fly over to New York to record with Tony Orlando and Dawn. And then my group Brandy was doing things, so I was flying here doing that, and I was just all over the place. So, but everybody was respectful of my time frame.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And like with Aretha, she would say, "Well, I need you girls in New York by Wednesday," and I'd say, "Well, Aretha, I can't come till Friday because I'll be here with Tony Orlando and Dawn, and I can't come." And then she'd say, "Okay, we'll come Friday."
Gotcha.
So
very
they
understanding.
all work with me.
Gotcha.
They were understanding with that. So
And Tony Orlando and Dawn would be like, "Okay, well, you can't be here Wednesday. Friday's good."
we'll wait till you can get here.
Yeah,
So
Right. So
because
everybody waited for me.
very
Her
accommodating.
time was like split, so it's like we got to try to wait our turn.
I got you.
Yeah.
And so, Joyce, same question for you. What about you? What the best artist that or experience you have with an artist on
Well,
stage?
you know what? I'll have to give it to Tony Orlando
Gotcha.
because he's a dynamic entertainer.
Yes.
Definitely. And sometimes you wouldn't know what the heck he was going to do. So it's like you got to keep your eye on the ball.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So and he's kind of a sound perfectionist.
Okay.
It's got to have the sound just right, and it's got to be has to be loud, and I'm like, it's too loud. So he's good at that entertaining.
Got you. And you guys had a variety show as well, didn't you?
Yes. in the
Wonderful.
70s.
How was that?
lots of hard work, but it was so much fun.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
Hard
So
but
many
worth
fun.
it.
celebrities.
Got you.
Yes.
Got you.
got to
Oh, we
work
had
with
lots of celebrities. You know,
lots of iconic, super
Mm.
iconic celebrities were on your show.
yeah, like oh gosh, Jim Neighbors.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah,
Oh, he
yeah.
was wonderful.
Oh,
Jackie
Gomer
Gleason.
Powell. Yeah. Jackie
Yeah, Gomer
Gleason. Yeah.
Powell.
Yeah.
Jackie
The Honeymooners.
Gleason.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Just oh gosh, I could
So
just,
many, right?
so many. You know, it's just so many.
Right, right. Sound like some like you ladies have had some great memories. And
Oh,
again,
yes.
it has been such a pleasure to have you all here with us. Pam, before we get ready to leave, and I'm gonna come to you as well, Joyce. And I always ask this of my authors, but I'm gonna ask this of you guys. You know, when all is said and done, what do you want people to remember about you, Pam?
And I'm not really bossy. No. no.
Your sister said that ain't her witness. That ain't my witness.
We are nice. We are nice ladies. We are diligent. We are really
Hardworking.
Yes.
Hardworking.
With what we do. We want to share our talents. We're God-fearing women, sharing our talents with the world, recognizing that it's a God-given talent.
Yes, it is.
It definitely is.
Definitely.
Yes. You know, and giving all thanks and honor and praise to God that, you know, that we are still able to do what
we love.
What we love to do, what we were put here to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
That we are definitely, you know, that we're doing what we're supposed to do. That's right. It's our destiny.
Right. You feel the same way, Joyce, I take it.
Oh, definitely.
Got you.
Definitely.
Got you. Well, you guys are definitely threads in our fabric. And like I said, as a child of the 60s and 70s, you know, I've seen you all, heard you all. Thank you all so much for sharing your gift. It's been such a blessing over the years to hear your gifts. And then it's such a blessing to me now to have had an opportunity to meet you all. And so thank you all so much.
You're so welcome.
Thank you for
so
having
much.
us.
Yes, indeed.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, this is Dr. A. Jerome Butler, and dear hearts, we have been talking with Joyce and Pam Vincent. And in their story, I want you to get this, in their stories as they talked, the reality is that there's purpose in each and every one of us. You have purpose. I have purpose. There's purpose in each and every one of us. The sad reality is sometimes we miss our purpose. Sometimes because of need or other things in life, we miss that. But always try to walk in your dreams, because like I always said,
yes,
you know, with your dreams, you can either wish for it or you can work for it. And Pam and Joyce worked for it, and they met their destiny. And I truly believe you can meet yours too. With that said, remember, we'll see you on next time here on Moments of Grace. Remember, love God, love life. Keep the light on. We'll see you next time on Moments of Grace.
Take care.